Okay, y'all. So first of all, my washing machine is running in the background and it is quite loud. So if you hear some knocking and rattling, that's what that is, right? But can we talk about how some of you all create your stances and your beliefs based off of passion, not so much reality? And let me give y'all an example of what I mean before I get into what just made me say this right now, right? About a year and a half ago, I was having a conversation with some people in real life. And I don't remember how this conversation started, but it was about the fact that biracials are not black, right? So I don't remember how this started. I don't know if we were watching something on TV or what, right? But I stated the truth. Biracials are not black, right? So one woman in particular took great offense to this, right? And she started trying to argue with me with some flawed logic, right? And I was cooking that ass, okay? Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? So then she got really upset, really offended. She was like, so you're telling me my niece is not black, so and so and so? And I was like, yeah, if your niece does not have two black parents, then yeah, your niece is not black. And she's upset, oh, like so and so, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, that's great. That's awesome. I love the passion. But the reality is this. Passion and a white parent don't make a black child, okay? Like, you gotta have two black parents to make a black child. So all the passion in the world is not gonna turn a non-black person into a black person, unfortunately, right? But that's one example of how y'all be trying to passion y'all way out of logic. And let me tell you another thing that is actually what just made me make this video. So this Caribbean woman posted on Twitter and she said, being born in America as a child of an immigrant. First of all, that's not a full sentence. She got a period after that, but okay, whatever, right? As raggedy as this country is, we naturally have access to so many opportunities that our parents didn't have. It's very easy to take that for granted, okay? Now, I replied to this and I said, I'm glad y'all telling the truth. Usually y'all be on here pretending y'all want to go back to them raggedy ass homelands as a way to shit on black Americans. You know you don't want to be there, okay? Now, granted, I guess the way I said this was a little bit rude, but, okay. I was about to say I didn't lie, but that don't mean it's not rude. Something that I'm working on in my, my personal life is, like I'll say some rude shit and then I'll be like, but it was true though, did I lie? And it's like, well, I didn't lie, but did I really need to say that or to say it that way, right? So maybe this was a little bit rude, but my sentiment stands, okay? A lot of times, a lot of immigrant children, so people whose parents are from Africa and the Caribbean, right? They get on social media shitting on black Americans and shitting on America as a way to be viewed as more Caribbean or more African, because realistically, they peoples in their homeland don't claim them, right? Like when you go to these places, now I've never been to Africa, but I have been to the Caribbean. These people straight up do not claim anybody who was born in America. They don't care if both of your parents is from there, right? So you see a lot of these children of immigrants in overdrive trying so hard to be claimed by their peoples back home. They think that the best way to be claimed is to distance themselves from us by talking a bunch of crap about us and America, right? To make themselves seem so much more Caribbean or African, right? So that's what I was saying, because you see these folks on the internet talking crap all the time, and it's like, you probably even never been to your homeland. Like, your homeland that busted the fuck down, you can't even visit, but you sitting here talking shit about how you wish you was home. No, you don't. Like, be for real. So she then responded to me, girl, shut the hell up. I would still choose my homeland over anywhere else. And I said, how would you still choose your homeland, but you continue to choose America? Move to Haiti if you choose it. You know you don't want to be in that shithole. That's why your parents ran to your ass staying here. Because again, if you really choosing Haiti, you would move your ass back to Haiti. How are you sitting here saying that you choose your homeland, but you didn't though, like at all, right? So she responds to me. She says, why'd you delete your other response, mama? Because honestly, I didn't read what she said before I responded. So then once I read it, I deleted it and was like, oh, let me actually reply to what she said. But then she also said, you almost got me to chew you up, but I clicked on your page and could tell you're an imbecile. So never mind, and blocked me. And this is my thing. You can chew me up. Go right ahead, right? But that's not going to change the fact that, no, you did not choose your homeland. You sitting posted up in America talking about, I chose my homeland. How the fuck did you choose your homeland? Chew me up all you want to. That's not going to change the facts. This is what I'm saying about how y'all have all the passion in the world, but not so much logic, right? You sitting here, I would chew you up, girl, shut the hell up, so and so. So you got a lot of passion and emotion, right? But the logic is lacking. The logic is lacking. How are you choosing Haiti when your ass don't live there? Like what? First of all, your parents chose America when they left Haiti and came here, and your ass choose America every day that you continue to stay here instead of moving back to Haiti. Now, this is my thing. If you just sit there and be honest and be like, yeah, I'm not moving back to Haiti, that shit raggedy. I'm glad my parents came here and gave me an opportunity and so and so and so. That's one thing. But the fact that you sitting here trying to convince somebody that somehow you're choosing your homeland while your ass is posted up in Miami or some shit, probably never even been to Haiti, that don't make sense. The math is not mathing. But this is what I be saying about how y'all be trying to use emotions and shit and all this passion to feel better about your decisions or your situations or whatever. And that's not going to change the facts. This is the reality. For a long time, I was offended when I would get on social media and see Africans and Caribbeans talking shit about Black Americans, right? And then it was especially crazy because, like, half the time they would be posted up in America while they was talking said shit. So it's like, you can take your ass home, right? Because the only reason you were even allowed to come to America is because of Black Americans. So you can hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back real quick, right? But clearly that's not a fucking option, right? I used to be very offended by this, but now it don't really offend me no more because I realize these people are, baby, they're in cope mode. They're coping so fucking hard because they trying so hard to pretend that they so Caribbean, they so African, they really love where they from and so and so and so. But your ass is posted up in America and wouldn't go back to your homeland even if you had the opportunity. Because let me tell you something. I ain't never been to Haiti, but I've been to Antigua and I've been to Guyana. Even though Guyana is in South America, it's considered part of the Caribbean. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I would never want to live in them motherfuckers, okay? That's me personally, right? One time when I was in Guyana, right? This one lady, she kept talking about how she would never want to live in America. Oh, yeah, like I visit, but I don't like it, so and so and so. Going on and on and on to the point where it was very forced. Like, okay, if you say at one time, yeah, I visited America, but I wouldn't want to live there. Okay, cool, right? That makes sense. But she just kept going on and on and on to the point where it was like, damn, you really trying really hard to prove a point, right? So this lady, she's going on and on and on. And I'm honestly sitting there because I don't really give a fuck, right? So then finally somebody said, I think you're offending the Americans, right? Because you sitting here going on and on and on about how you wouldn't want to live in America, right? So by the Americans, he was referring to me and two other people. But I was the only actual American. The other two people, they were Caribbean Americans. So they were Guyanese people born in America, right? Which is how I know them and how I ended up in Guyana, right? So one of the Caribbean Americans, she said, you're not offending me. I hate America. And that's that shit I'm talking about. You hate America, but you still live in America. Your ass don't live in Guyana, right? And then I said, well, I'm actually American. Them niggas is not American, right? And you're not offending me because I would never want to live with this motherfucker. like realistically, it's the same shit. Yeah, I'll visit. I would never want to live here. Last time I went to Guyana, y'all, the water wouldn't even get warm. Not even warm, baby. Not even warm. That shit was maybe lukewarm on a good day. Maybe lukewarm. Like, you really think I want to live here? I would never want to fucking live here. So, y'all sit here talking all this shit about America, but realistically, y'all moving to America, we not moving to y'all homelands. That's the reality of the fact. No shade, no tea. Like, different strokes for different folks. Because, look, Georgetown is full of Guyanese people who is cool with the lack of hot water, right? But that's just not my cup of tea. Like that lady said, she'll visit America, but she wouldn't want to live there. I feel the exact same way. I will visit Guyana, but I don't want to live here, right? But my point is this though. Y'all are constantly trying to prove a point. My thing is this. I was not the one who brought this conversation up. I didn't feel the need to be like, oh yeah, like, yeah, I visit Guyana, but I never want to live here, so and so and so. I didn't feel the need to do all that because, it's not my goal to humble nobody or make them feel bad or tell them they not shit or anything like that, right? But y'all are constantly trying to bring up America and shit on Americans for whatever reason. And it looks very corny and it looks like you overcompensating for real because in that scenario, the woman who brought it up, she did still live in Guyana, right? But the other one, she was born and raised in America. Her ass ain't moved back to Guyana yet, right? But my point is this. At least the one woman lived in Guyana, right? But it's like, but you still feel this competition with Americans. And it's crazy because Black Americans will vocalize this whenever we meet y'all. Y'all always in this weird ass one-sided competition with us. And we don't be thinking about y'all asses. For real. Like, another example. When I went to Antigua, y'all, This dude told me about how, first of all, his daddy abandoned him when he was like 12 years old. First of all, I feel like that's worse than abandoning your child when they're a baby. You raised this kid for years, you was like, yeah, I'ma go, right? But then it's the thing. Antigua is so small that it's not like they never saw each other again or nothing. Like, no, they would see each other around, and his daddy would just be like, yeah, I'm just not finna fucking raise you. Like, yo, at least like in the US, if your daddy abandoned you, you never gonna see him again. The US is a huge place, right? No, this dude would see his daddy while he was walking to school, and his daddy would just be like, yeah, hey, like, I'm not raising your ass though, right? First of all, that's mad trifling. But then let me tell you what his daddy said about Black Americans. I can't even remember exactly what it was he said his daddy said about Black Americans, because we had this conversation in real life. It's not like I can go screenshot it or nothing. I can't remember what it was. It was something ignorant though. Oh, Black Americans are lazy, something, something, something. Oh, Black Americans look down on us, something, something, something. And I said, wait a second, your daddy said Black Americans is lazy, but his lazy ass didn't even raise you, even though he lived a block away from your ass? Are you serious? And that's who you listen to, and that's why you got beef with Black Americans? Like, what? And then this dude admitted, because he was from Antigua, which is a very small, very, very small island country, right? He said, honestly, the reason that we beef with Black Americans the way we do is kind of the same reason why within the Caribbean we beef with Jamaicans. Because within the Caribbean, Jamaica is the face of the Caribbean. Like, if anybody asks you to name a Caribbean country, you gonna say Jamaica. If anybody asks you to name a Caribbean celebrity, you probably gonna say Bob Marley or something, right? Jamaica is kind of the face of the Caribbean, and because of that, the smaller countries like Antigua that ain't nobody ever heard of or been to, right? They feel some animosity towards Jamaica because they're irrelevant in comparison, right? And it's the same thing with Black Americans. This is what he said. He said this shit, not me. This is that one-sided beef that I be talking about, though. Y'all constantly trying to humble somebody. Oh, I would never live in America. So and so and so. I wouldn't want to live here. But you see, I didn't feel the need to bring that up or throw it in your face or try to humble you or tell you not shit, right? Because I'm not thinking about your ass. But y'all is thinking about us real motherfucking bad. And that's why these Caribbean and African children of immigrants stay on social media talking all this shit, trying to humble Black Americans, so and so and so. And even the ones in their homelands do it too. It be the Caribbeans and Africans in the Caribbean and in Africa too. Like I said, that woman who brought up, oh, I wouldn't want to live in America, she lived in Guyana. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are obsessed with trying to humble Black Americans, and by and large, we not thinking about you bitches. And again, y'all think all the passion and all these strong feelings in the world is going to change reality, but it's not. Because as I stated with the chick who made this post initially, talking about, I would choose my homeland every time. How you choose your homeland but you don't live there? That doesn't make any sense. Y'all just be quiet, bro.